Welcome back to Garage Idiots. In this episode, we're going to do some more Jeep stuff. Okay, so basically, I spent about 2 hours last night talking to Jamie at PFI, and we were just talking about the car because he's going to be the one tuning it. And so we were just kind of going through everything, and we came up with a pretty decent game plan. Don't judge. The plan basically is to do this thing in steps. I'm really good at just wanting to do everything at once. So what we're going to do, my head gasket should be here tomorrow, and then I have these $7.99 heads. So the plan is put the heads on. Get it running. I'm going to finish the exhaust to the back. Okay, I'm probably going to just stick it up that little stack right there because that's ultimately where it's going to go. We're not going to worry about the turbos right now. And then Jamie wants me to buy Holley EFI. It replaces basically this whole harness from what I understand. So we're going to get rid of that speedometer. It's going to be really easy to tune this, that, and the other. Basically, right now what I'm doing, because I don't have the head gaskets yet, is I'm trying to figure out what I want to do aesthetically. So I mentioned before, I don't like this. You guys reminded me I cut this hood because we widened the Jeep tub so the curve didn't line up. So I'm thinking about just doing some flat sheet metal here, but I'm wondering if I should bring this, like complete this corner right here. I don't really know what's going on there. A lot of you guys told me to tilt the windshield back, which actually made a huge difference, and it is bouncing. But it's still, I mean, it really does look significantly better, and it looks pretty normal. But it might be hard to tell on camera, but the windshield is still higher than the roll bar, which I don't want. So I do like how it looks tilted back. I think what I'm gonna do is make a nice line, cut along this, and then plate it off, so we'll lose a good 2.5 inches. Still tilt it like this, and then to make, so this is obviously not as wide as the tub either. So to make that work, I think I'm just gonna do some sheet metal and kind of slowly triangle it out and make it flow. So I'm just trying to figure out aesthetic stuff right now. So I have all the welds and all the straightening out on the body I need to do right there, and then in the rear. These tubs are disgusting, so I'll probably touch base on that. So that's what I'm doing, just so you guys know. I'm just kind of trying to go crazy on aesthetics because that's all I can do right now. And to me, that's important. I drew a line at 3 inches. So I took 3 inches off, and it's actually pretty ridiculous, the visual difference that made. Because before, I mean, I don't know how it looks on camera, but before I was like, this is gonna look crappy no matter what. And from there, it looks all right. You can tell it's shorter. From the side, I think that looks pretty freaking gangster. I've never used that word to describe anything that we have built, but I think that looks pretty dang gangster. Gangster. Now, as you will notice, there is a gigantic gap, obviously. I did think about that when I was cutting, because I knew that the front was gonna have to be bigger or taller than the rear to get this tilt and to fill that, but I didn't really know if the tilt was gonna work or not. So I still have a good lip back here that we can take off. But before I do anything else with the windshield, you can really see, actually, hang on, let me take this off and put it straight, cut in a straight line because it balances itself, so that's cool. So both of the corners are pretty flush, and you could see if you follow this line down, flush, flush, I did that. But then you can see right there where it really starts to bow out because this is so off. So it looks like that side definitely sticks out a little more than this side. So before I do anything else with this, I'm gonna cut that real quick and try to align that and tack it back together. Also, let me know what you think about it being straight up. The more I look at it, the more it looks like a Jeep, but then when I look at it from the side, I don't know, definitely less gangster. But how does it look from the back? I know that's kind of stupid, but yep, that's too tall. Look, it matches the hood. I just did that for aesthetic. I have to see stuff, so it's got to flow, otherwise I hate it. So not super happy about this. So I welded, where'd it go? That straight piece there. I welded that to this side, and then I lined it up with that side and welded it straight. This center section does look quite a bit better. The part that throws the eye off is this piece is crooked, but this piece to this piece and that piece to that piece was pretty spot on. I don't know if you can, the back actually looks pretty decent. That front part needs a little bit of work. But so despite my best efforts, when this actually sits up straight, it still dips in here a little bit, and probably the reason why is we literally welded the Jeep to the side of a Corvette. So that may never be perfect, and I'll go back through and tinker with it. And obviously the welds are gross because there's I mean, as you can see, it lined up quite differently because that's how big the gap is. I didn't cut that out. That's just for me spacing it and pulling it, and that's lined up better, and that's the gap. So you can see I did something. But so we'll probably just do what we do with that and try to hide it as best we can, because I don't know how perfect it's gonna get. It is under a good amount of tension. So it was really hard with only one hand to pull both pieces of metal together and then the other to weld it. It was hard to get that even to where it is. So, as far as the windshield goes, it's also hard to visualize with the blue bar, but I do like the angle of it. I think from the front, it looks, actually from right there, that's, woo, I like that. See, I'm telling you, the black, it makes it flow. It's good. So the next step would probably be, so assuming we're gonna basically live with this, obviously we'll smooth it out and we'll be able to hide it pretty good. And it's, crap, let me just take this down again. So again, we're pretty flush right there. Pretty good, pretty good. Remember I did that. And it's still, can't really get a good angle. And it's hard to tell because of how that looks. But this side tucked in a little bit. That side, boy, I shouldn't have spray painted that because it makes it look worse than it is. But so it's better, but it's still far from perfect. But I think we'll probably just live with it. And it's not like the rest of this car is going to be perfect. Like this part of the Jeep, this whole section right here was actually folded in. As you can see, the glorious hammering that I did, but that's never going to be perfect. I just want to kind of get everything straightened out a little bit. So that way when we do paint it, it's like, I'll probably throw some Bondo and, you know, fix that. Or I might leave that. I don't know. We'll let you guys decide if it should be super raggedy looking or if we should go for clean. I don't think it can get very clean though. And again, just that being black made quite a difference. I don't know why, but I mean, even even like that looks pretty sweet. I like it. I don't know, that makes it look more old school for some reason. I don't know. Okay, so this week has been tremendously busy and very stressful. So I have not had any time. You're seeing this tonight and I filmed it today. Like, obviously I didn't do a whole lot, but point being, I haven't had a whole lot of time to be here. I've been working at the family business and it took my entire week up. So what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna put this up and then I have all day tomorrow and most of the day Sunday to come here and work. So what I'm gonna try and do is give you guys this. Tomorrow I'm gonna work my butt off and then hopefully put that video up on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. And then hopefully Sunday I have another videos worth for like Tuesday or something like that. Because I don't know how next week is gonna be. So I'm gonna try and get as much done, but they are gonna be shorter, you know, 10, 12-minute videos. But the plan is, so I don't know what else aesthetic I'm doing. The plan is if the head gaskets show up tomorrow, we're putting those on. So if they show up, we'll be driving this thing pretty soon. So that'll be cool, something different, because nothing we have moves. So that's what I got for you. So let me know what you think about the windshield, and I'll be back here tomorrow, so you guys will have another video pretty quick. And just let me know what you think. You guys suggested the tilted windshield, like all of you suggested the tilted windshield idea. And I think that's going to be a winner. So we'll eventually build the cage to fit right around the windshield at whatever angle we decide to put it at, and it'll be a good time. So let me know what you think. Any other random suggestions for the Jeep, maybe some tub ideas. I know a lot of people use or have suggested the 50 gallon barrels. Just cut those and perfectly circular little wheel wells. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you could. Apparently that kind of helps boost our ratings. I never push that, but if you could like the video, that would be awesome. And then let me know what you think. We'll see you in a couple days.